Okay, let's dive in. We are looking at just one really wild source today.
Yeah, it's pretty out there, like a sports report, but dialed up to 11.
Exactly. It's from something called the Blugger Bowl Apocalypse, and the author is, well, fittingly named Captain Hyperbole.
Right. And it's all about this supposed match between Politico Mix and jumping bloggers.
Yeah, which sound like these, highly exaggerated stand-ins for different groups involved in online media and politics battles.
Hmm.
So our mission here is basically to cut through all of that hyperbole, right? And figure out what this source is actually trying to say about how these groups are seen, or at least how Captain Hyperbole sees them.
It's fascinating because it's less about a real game, you know,
Yeah.
and much more about the picture being painted, the caricature.
Hmm.
It's really vivid, even if it's, well, ridiculous.
Totally. So, okay, the match starts, and right away, Politico Mix does something just weird.
Hmm.
One of their players runs forward and passes the ball directly.
Ah, and that's the weird part, according to Captain Hyperbole. It's described as unexplained sorcery, like two miracles rolled into one.
Right. The source says their terms of service don't allow straight lines.
Which, I mean, that's quite the statement, isn't it? It suggests they're fundamentally portrayed as indirect, maybe overly complex, or maybe just, not engaging straightforwardly.
Yeah, the author seems genuinely amazed someone even tried a straight line.
So they're kind of struggling with directness.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the jumping bloggers,
Mm-hmm.
they're operating completely differently.
Oh, yeah. The source says they go ultra instinct,
Not running normal plays, no. They're doing things called Justice Ninjas moves.
which apparently involves, and I quote, yeeting people into the cringe dimension.
And drop kicking others into the 404 error zone. I mean,
Oh.
wow.
It immediately paints them as these, like, chaotic, disruptive forces, right? Not strategic, just boom.
Exactly. Sudden, powerful actions aimed at, well, basically eliminating opponents using these absurd internet native terms.
Even their huddle isn't normal.
No, it's a secret TikTok dance, which kind of tells you everything about their portrayal.
Okay, so after all that chaos, things get even weirder. That secret TikTok dance huddle,
Uh-huh.
the ref throws a flag, a penalty for viral moves.
Wait, hang on. Penalized for being too popular or spreading too fast?
Yeah.
What does that even mean in this game?
Yeah.
Or what's the author suggesting there?
Well, that seems to be the key point, doesn't it? By penalizing viral moves, Captain Hyperbole seems to be saying that rapid online popularity itself is seen as, well, foul play.
Like it disrupts the proper way things should work.
Exactly. It suggests maybe going viral is somehow outside the legitimate rules of this particular game.
Okay, so you've got Politica Mix being weirdly indirect, jumping bloggers causing chaos,
Mm-hmm.
and then this bizarre penalty for being, well, viral.
Mm-hmm.
So how does Politica Mix react to that penalty?
Well, their reaction is just as telling, really. They basically shrug it off.
Like rules,
Yeah.
whatever.
Pretty much. They say things like, rules. We roll dice in space. And then they immediately pivot to, like, high-stakes betting.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, putting your grandma's life savings on crypto lottery tickets, according to the source.
Which, okay. That tracks when you remember their coach is the corporate lobby character in a giant $ suit.
Right?
So jumping bloggers get penalized for online actions, for viral moves, but Politico Mix just ignores the rules entirely and goes straight to reckless gambling.
Yeah, it's a really stark contrast in how the author portrays them operating outside the norms.
And the player details mentioned really hammer these caricatures home, don't they?
They really do. For the jumping bloggers, you've got, like, players defined by their online identities.
The Twitter bird emoji armor, anonymous in invisible mode.
The journal with paparazzi cameras, hashtag the hashtag glowing.
Right, and their ref, the gatekeeper, is stuck using an old Nokia for VAR, like deliberately slow and outdated.
Mm-hmm. And then Politico Mix, they've got players just labeled classified.
Ooh, opaque,
Yeah, and the algorithm player with robotic tentacles.
suggesting that kind of hidden automated control. And the corporate lobby coach, of course.
Plus assistants like mainstream media with blurry vision and mass distraction holding a game controller.
So it's pretty clear visual summary, isn't it? One side, decentralized, maybe chaotic, defined by internet culture, maybe held back by old systems.
And the other, opaque, maybe algorithm-driven, corporatized, using distraction.
Yeah. Okay, so let's zoom out. Why should you, listening now, care about this one? Got a crazy, exaggerated report. What's the takeaway from this satire?
Well, I think it uses this over-the-top sports thing to draw these incredibly sharp caricatures.
Right, it suggests the whole interaction between these groups isn't really a fair game with rules.
No, not at all. It's portrayed as this chaotic, often absurd show. There are weird deviations, disruptive acts that somehow get penalized.
Outright rule breaking, this focus on high-stakes gambling.
Yeah, and it's all played out by these figures defined by their, tools and roles, emoji armor, algorithmic tentacles, the whole thing.
So, thinking about the language Captain Hyperbole uses, the cringe dimension, rolling dice in space, that viral moves penalty, the specific characters. What does all that imagery really suggest about the author's view on, say, the state of online discourse or the media politics relationship today?
That's the final thought, isn't it? What kind of game are they really saying is being